Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna try not roll my eyes because I realise I do that a lot. I used to be a lot worse. Now I only seem to do it if I'm tired. I don't know when I'm doing it, so I'm really sorry. It really bugs me when I'm editing. Okay, so here's the deal. Today I have one lecture at 10 and it's now 9:15. I've been snoozing my alarm for way too long. I think I'm doing afternoon tea with the elderly. I think I can just show up. Go over my calendar though. Today is the 12th. An eclair. I'm heading to my lecture now. I don't like this top. It's not doing me any justice. But the doors here are constantly banging and it does my head in so much. I just had the most amazing nap. I got back from my lecture and just slept for 2 hours. It was so good. And now I'm gonna go get lunch. Living the dream. Great angles. I've just realised I should have been editing in that 2 hours. So basically, long story short, for the past like week I've been getting barely any sleep, like 4 hours a night, you know, not very much because I've been so busy. And then I've been really busy during the day as well, so I've just been non-stop rushing and I had major dark circles under my eyes. And then today, last night, I had an amazing sleep. I had 8 hours of sleep. And then I went to that lecture and I just wanted more, so I slept for another 2 hours. It's been like the first time I could actually have a break. So that is why I just took that nap. I'm now running out of time, so I'm gonna head to this afternoon tea. And I'm really excited actually, because I used to do this in sixth form all the time. Not all the time, but every time it was on, I'd be there. And it was like my favourite time ever. So I loved it, and I'm hoping it's gonna be just as good, because if it lets me down, then I have no hope for life. I have no idea if I'm in the right place or not, so I'm just sort of hiding in the toilets for a little bit until it's actually 2 o'clock. Very confused. Okay, so I'm back. In years I haven't had coconut chunks on their own. Like, I like coconut, but when I was little I didn't, so I'm just gonna eat pure coconut, which doesn't smell like coconut. Bad decision. Okay, I like coconut, but not like that. I went to the tea party and it was a lot different to the ones in Chester. It was still good though, it was really fun, but there weren't that many people that turned up. It's mainly for people that live in nursing homes and like residential homes and things like that, and they don't put on any transport or anything. People had to make their own way there, and I think it would be so much better either they put on a bus or we went to the homes themselves rather than we went to them rather than they come to us, because I just feel like lots of people weren't able to make it because they can't get out of the house. I think they're going to look into that. They also had a choir come perform, which was nice. The woman that was running it was the most stressed out woman I've ever seen, but I mean, she was doing a good job. She didn't need to be stressed. Afterwards I went to Costa for a drink and to edit today's video. I just want to clarify before this next clip, because I didn't clarify. I'm not very political, I don't really understand it. I'm definitely not conservative. I don't really have a party because I don't understand it, so I'll just put that out there before this clip. Don't want to start any riffs. If you know anything about Durham or the northeast, they're not very politically conservative. I don't really know much, but I do know that. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know the northeast don't like conservatives because Margaret Thatcher got rid of the mines. And there is a big rift between students and locals. A lot of the students are quite upper class. I'm not, but like there are a lot of upper class students, and then the locals, it's not that an upper class area. So there were some students in Costa talking about Theresa May, and I think they were praising her, talking very conservatively. And then there was a man who was a local sitting in Costa who was grunting after everything they said and rolling his eyes. So then they started saying very loudly, oh, he's grunting at you, he's grunting at you. And then she turned around and she was like, what? Oh my god, why is he doing that? And then he was sitting there like, felt very uncomfortable to be a student. I don't have a side, I don't get it. So I just put my headphones in and carried on editing. Like, it was very unnoticeable. He was just rolling his eyes. I thought they were quite rude to be like, oh my god, what's he doing? Like, they were very patronizing, and he was a grown man and they were students. So that was the conflict going on in Costa Coffee. Okay guys, so long story short, I'm really upset because I bought pick and mix, as you saw, and now I have a really upset stomach. I haven't even eaten the pick and mix yet. I know full well what's caused it. Basically I'm cursed, and a lot of foods upset my stomach. My stomach just hates me, and I'm upset because I was really looking forward to the pick and mix. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna do the sensible thing and not have the pick and mix? Or am I gonna go with the idea that the damage is done, can't make it any worse? I think the latter is the best way to go. I'm now gonna do some washing. I go home the day after tomorrow, and I want as little washing to take home as possible, which I think is quite a rare thing. I think most students are like, oh, take all my washing home, but no, I don't like carrying dirty washing. This is my laundry card. If you want to type in that number and top it up for me, that would be a lovely Christmas gift. Okay, so I have my clothes back up from the washing, and I'm actually going to start packing now. I've just realised I didn't wash the main thing I was meant to be washing, which was my outfit for Friday. It was still in my suitcase from London, and so now I can't wear that. Okay, so I pulled out my suitcase, as you can see, and I sort of moved towards opening the suitcase. I didn't quite get my hand on the zip, and I realised it was going to be a tough job. So I then went and lay that cushion, and I rang my mum on this phone, and then she told me I didn't have to pack. You know, I was getting overwhelmed. I said I don't want to pack now, and she said you don't have to pack now. And I asked her if I could come home now, and she said no. So now this is the state of my room, which is no shock to me because it's been like this for about a week. Packing didn't happen. Update: I ate the pick and mix, and I don't care whether I said the damage was done and it wasn't going to get worse, because it got worse, and I hate myself. I'm sitting with my calendar. I'm not eating it or anything. I'm just cradling it because I felt bad for it. You know what I might do? I might see, do I still have friends out there in the world? £20 says she won't pick up. Lid, if you're watching this, which I know you don't, you've broken my heart. Right, let's try something else. Oh, she's always on her phone. And she's family, so technically she can't, you know, decline. Okay, so I spoke to my cousin on FaceTime, so someone did answer me, but does it count if they're family? I don't know, it's sort of like illegal if they don't answer. Now I'm gonna edit this video. Oh, it's 11. I might get this done before midnight. On that note though, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be back every day until Christmas. We're trying to reach 230 subscribers by New Year, so please help us get to that. At the minute it's not happening. Thanks for watching if you got this far, and see you tomorrow.